I'm back finally after a little break. I said that I wasn't going to put out any content unless I felt that it was any good. And I'm not going to rush my photography and try to process photos in a hurry for the YouTube algorithm. So I'm going to take my time and try to provide you some good content, some unique places. And if it's not, I'm just not going to go out and shoot just to shoot. Nobody wants to see that. I don't even want to do that. So with that, I've traveled down to a place called Yakushima Island, and it's just a magical place. I mean, some of these trees in here on Yakushima Island and some of the forests are thousands of years old. And as you know, because I've said it before, I love woodland photography. I love the challenge, and especially when I can go somewhere that's so unique and got so much character. I mean, it's just, I'm a kid in a candy store again. I found my first composition here. I'll turn you around here. What I'm looking at here. I love this big tree here. It's just fantastic. The character off of it, no telling how old it is. I love this limb that sweeps down. I've got a fallen dead tree over here. It kind of wraps around, and the being backlit, I just think it's fantastic. And then just the added bonus of the water below. I'm not sure how much of that I'll include, but I'll play around with this composition for a little bit, and I'll post that photo if it's any good. Alright, so I found this nice little scene here. Pretty much kind of sums up this whole general area. You got some large trees, moss covered, some nice, the ferns are really green right now, really lush. I'll show you what I'm looking at here. So what I've done is I've framed up this tree, this general formation here. Got a little bit of light coming down the bottom here. It's quite nice. I'll show in the back of the camera a little better. Okay, like I was just discussing, I've got these little ferns down here on the bottom right. This large tree right in your face. I really like it. And then I got this one branch that kind of leads you down, and back here where the light's at, everything's backlit. I really like this, giving some more depth to this scene. Got this little light bleed coming down through the bottom, but everything kind of just takes your eye through the frame. And then there's this kind of tree in the back that's kind of hidden a little bit behind the branches. I've also included these limbs that kind of frame it. So I'm really trying to think through this composition, like most compositions. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I think right now on the back of the camera this looks really nice. This is a prime example of this location. You know, this one image right here, and the story it tells is exactly this whole entire forest. It's just amazing. So, all right, I'll post that picture now if it's any good, and then I will take you to the next area. Okay, so I'm working on another composition here. I've taken a couple more, but I was reacting to some light and I really didn't have time to vlog it, so I'll show those images at the end of this video. But found a nice little scene here. I'll show you what I'm looking at. So I've got these two large trees here, kind of framing another large one in the back, and I've got this leading line of a fallen old cedar that's kind of just barely there now, but I'm using it as a leading line. But what's unique about around here is these cedars will die, and if you'll notice at the trunk of it, another tree's growing off the back of it, so they just keep regenerating themselves. It's just, I mean, it's unbelievable. And it's same back here with these old cedars, so you'll have multiple that'll just grow right off the other side of a dead trunk or whatever, and then it'll attach itself to the tree, and it's almost like they're working together. I heard Simon Baxter talk about the wood wide web. It's difficult to say, but you can really see that in action here. How everything's kind of in sync and all working together just to survive in these woodlands. I mean, it's just fascinating. I'll show you in the back of the camera how I've got this framed up. Okay, as I talked about, I've got this trunk in the middle. It's kind of leading you to the back. But if you got it framed here with these two trees on the left and right here, I think it's just a nice little simple scene. It's pretty calm out here, so I don't really have to worry about my shutter speed too much. Keeping the ISO pretty low. Yeah, and just what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus stack it just to make sure I'm here. I'm shooting F9. I'm going to hit this tree, and I'm going to hit this tree, and probably down here in the foreground. It's probably unnecessary, but then I'm going to let it fall off a little bit in the back. So I'll just kind of let it get a little softer feel. Just off the focal length. Yeah, so that's, I mean, that's pretty simple. That's what I'm go with, and if it turns out, I'll show you that image now. Well, this has been an exciting little trip over to Yakushima Island. I started planning this thing about 6 months ago and reached out to one of my photography friends, and we started planning. It's great. I mean, I didn't grow up in an environment like this, so I thought it would be something neat to see. I love woodland photography, and I mean, this takes the cake. I mean, it's beautiful. These old sugi trees, cedar, as we say, thousands of years old. I mean, just gigantic, as you can see. It's just amazing in here. Yeah, I mean, I just, there's all kinds of compositions. Definitely the telephoto lens or the mid-range lens. I was using a mid-range lens to shoot in here. You could probably bring a wide angle, but I like to kind of mitigate the chaos as much as possible and kind of zoom in and pick out areas, and it just helps me organize it. You've probably heard this stuff before in other photography YouTube channels. It's been great. I've got a few more images that I've taken. I'll probably show those from the trip at the end, a little slideshow. I may or may not talk through some of them. I'll let you know. But thanks for coming along, and yeah, we may shoot some seascapes tonight. We'll see. All right, thanks.